Good afternoon. So I'm here with the second pistol that I had delivered from Vector Air this morning, and this is the Buster NTK. Okay, it comes in a case like this. It's not the best case, but yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's a plastic case. Not as good as obviously as some cases. Manual is just basically a card. Nothing you sort of need to know really. There is it doesn't tell you about the trigger adjustment. There is a slight trigger adjustment you can do. All it does is move the trigger. It adjusts the actual first stage pull, but it makes no difference to the actual second stage release. Okay, so basically it tells you it's all in. I think it's in Spanish or Brazilian or something like that. So yeah, so that's the actual how the parts are. You can read. Oh yeah, there you go. English is the final one, by the way, so you can read the final bit of text. Tells you about the weight, 1.75 pounds, overall length 9.8 inches, barrel length 6.7 inches. It says the muzzle velocity is 550 FPS. Now to hit that, you'd probably have a very light pellet. This is 2.2 caliber, so you're never going to hit that. A light 177 might hit that, So tells you how to load it there, okay, and how to adjust the sights. The rear sights are adjustable for windage and elevation. So yeah, it's a cheap pistol. It's a budget pistol, way under 100 quid. Okay, but my wife has the P17 and 177, and I wanted a 2.2, and I just happened to see this being reviewed. So I thought, yeah, I'll order one from Vector Air. So I'll run you through it. It's just basically like it's a P17 clone, okay? Almost identical in most respects. The P17 has a fibre optic front and back sights. This is just standard black. I will be putting probably a little dot of enamel white paint on there on the front foresight, so it makes me more visible. But the actual sight picture is very good. There's hardly any air either side of the actual foresight for the rear sight. And of course, it's adjustable for wind and elevation. Okay. Feel it's just like a P17. If anybody's got a P17, the P17 has a red dot there. This one doesn't have one, so that's the difference between the actual safety and, of course, the fibre optic sights on the P17. Okay. Release, yeah, you pull the little fake hammer back and then you lift up. This one's a bit stiff, it'll probably wear in. So you cock it all the way back, pop your pellet in the top there, just like the P17. Okay. And then you can just got it. Make sure you don't catch your fingers. Keep your hands and fingers out of the way, like that, and then you're cocked. Safety comes on automatically. As soon as you break it open, the safety pops on. So you've got to flick the safety forward, like that, to turn it off. Yeah, so it's manual, completely manual safety. Now, the P17 trigger on my wife's is actually quite nice. There's a fairly short first stage, and then it'll go really nicely and crispy. Even though I've done a little adjustment to the trigger position, yeah, the first stage, there's quite a lot of creep in the second stage before it goes, and I can show you this because you can dry fire pneumatics. So if I just show you the trigger, take the safety off. So this is basically your first stage, and you can adjust it with a little screw. You can move it backwards and forwards, and then if you can see as I continue to pull the trigger, you might see the trigger start to move, carries on moving, and then it fires. So there's probably about, I don't know, maybe 5mm movement. I've never actually measured it yet, but yeah, it's safety off. It's about 5mm before it goes. So, but it is very consistent, and a little bit of lubrication on the sears inside will make it's smooth. It is smooth. There's no doubt about it. It's just like the P17 trigger, only it doesn't break at that second stage point. That's the only downside. Power wise, yeah, I did put it through the Chrony. I haven't been outside because it's absolutely hoofing it down, raining, windy, horrible, dark. Whoops, the camera fell there. I got the case against it. So yeah, I did Chrony it with various different pellets. I tried some VMX 14.66 grain. It was doing 2.56 foot-pounds energy over 5 shots. With a spread of 7, okay, it's pretty good. I tried some FTTs. They were actually they're FTTs. They were H&N 15, 15.89 grain. They were doing 2.6 foot-pounds energy, all over 5 shots. Spread of 5. And then I tried some 18.13 grain pellets, 2.74 foot-pounds energy, a spread of 4. I tried to do the match, barricaded match, which is 21.14 grain. I couldn't get them in the barrel then. They wouldn't go in, even though they're supposed to be 5.52mm head. So I've had some monsters, JSB monsters, which are 25.39 grain by the way. And I thought, oh, I'll try 5 of those. And yeah, it did 2.88 foot-pounds energy with a spread of only 3 over 5 shots and a deviation of 1. Average velocity was 226 FPS, but I still think it's capable of hitting even with those pellets, which you probably wouldn't use anyhow, to be fair. You could probably knock things over at 15 meters. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty accurate. If the barrel, I've looked at the barrel, compared it to the P17, and the barrel quality looks very, very good. The rifling does. So there's no reason why it shouldn't be accurate. It's consistent. If it's consistent and the barrel's good, that's the key to accuracy in it. Yeah, as long as the barrel's not floating around, which it isn't. One thing I did notice, obviously when I get a new pistol, first thing I do is clean the barrel. Yeah, before I test it, then I clean the barrel and then do a proper chrony test on it. Yeah, did notice that she wasn't really very well lubricated, so I've actually put some molybdenum grease around the piston. That makes a big difference to the smoothness and also holding the air over a period of time if you want to cock it. These pistons will, because they're not brilliant fit, they will eventually leak air. So obviously, they're not going to leak air straight away, but they will leak air if you leave them cocked for an hour or so. Did find this one of the little screws that hold the barrel was loose, but tighten it up, that's fine. Be careful you don't over tighten them, because this is ABS. Screw goes into the ABS, so if you over tighten you can strip the thread, so just be careful, just finger tight till they don't move. Yeah, no problem like that, but that's just like little things that you find with cheap pistols, and sometimes you find them with more expensive things as well, but generally the QC on more expensive products is generally better, but hey. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's quite a bit of cocking effort. Just make sure you don't trap your fingers in there, use the palm, and then slam it shut like that, okay? Like I said, safety comes on automatically, flick the safety off, and then, yeah, there is about 5mm before it goes. Yeah, but it is consistent, so that's good. Sights are adjustable, obviously, no problem there. We'll be doing a shooting review outside, so just to show you crosses. One thing I have noticed, like, there's not a lot of information on this pistol. There's no F marking that you get for the German market. There's no serial number on it. I can't find a serial number on it anywhere. And the only thing it has is the NTK inside the actual barrel, on the barrel there. Yeah, it's very strange. No visible serial number. Now, just show you my wife's Beeman. This is the P17, it's 177. I've had it quite a few years now. You can see it's got true glow, yeah, fully adjustable obviously. It's got the red dot on the actual, where the safety is, okay. And if I fire this, you'll see the trigger is, cocking effort is about the same. But if you see the trigger, like that, you've got that bit of first stage, and as you try to pull it, it goes. So it's a better trigger. It goes actually just after that second stage, which is really nice. Yeah. So yeah. So I think it should be quite a nice pistol. Price wise, I'm not sure how much a P17 is now. But the thing is, I tend to find it hard to find 2.2 versions, and I do like a 2.2. So my wife has the 177, I have the 2.2. But if you put them side by side, the actual, obviously they've used the same cast and every moulding for these things. The P17 feels, the plastic just feels a bit better quality. I don't know what it is. It's a slightly shinier one. It's hard to say in this light. If I put them side by side, you might notice that the P17 has a more of a shiny plastic to it, and it just feels, I don't know, it just feels, wow, it just feels a little bit better quality. The plastic does. Whether they've changed the quality of the plastic since these first came out, but this is about 4 or 5 years old, and obviously this is obviously bought today. So yeah, so I don't know what the new P17s are like, whether they're similar sort of plastic to this, but yeah, I think it'll shoot well. The barrel quality looks good. Obviously the consistency for the chronograph is very good. so it should be accurate. Yeah. So I hope you like that little unboxing review. Just show you over it again. And here we go. Thanks for watching.